Hello students, myself Bhagyashri Lakshman Halankar from PESC's RSN College of Arts and Science, Varmagudi, Ponda, Goa. In this module, you are going to learn the mechanism of enzyme catalysis. This module is from Unit 4 Enzyme. Unit 4 Enzyme is from course code BOC 104 and course title Plant Physiology. The outline of the module is enzyme substrate complex, mode of enzyme catalysis by lock and key model and induced fit model, mechanism of enzyme action and enzyme kinetics. At the end of the module, you will learn to explain the formation of the enzyme substrate complex and the features of catalytic site of the enzyme. Describe the mode of enzyme catalysis by means of models and explain the mechanism of enzyme action and enzyme kinetics. Let us learn the formation of enzyme substrate complex. Most of the biochemical reactions in living organisms are catalyzed by proteinaceous substances called enzymes. The enzymes have profound catalytic activities. They can catalyze sequence of complex reactions in a very short time. They have a high degree of specificity for their substrate molecule and can function in a dilute aqueous solution under specific condition of pH and temperature. Substrate molecules are much smaller than the enzyme molecules and they bind to the sites of the enzyme. These specific sites are called as active sites or the catalytic sites or the substrate site. The association is brought about by the random collision between the molecules of the substrate and the enzymes. The forces which hold the enzyme and substrate molecule are the non-covalent bonds, which includes the hydrogen bond, hydrophobic bond and ionic interactions. The interaction between the enzyme and the substrate leads to the formation of enzyme-substrate complex. The active site present in the enzyme molecule possesses some common features. It occupies a relatively small portion of the enzyme molecule. It is a three-dimensional entity. The arrangement of the atoms in the active site is well defined, resulting in the marked specificity of the enzyme. It binds to the substrate molecule by a relatively weak forces. Active sites are the grooves or the crevices from which water is largely excluded, and the active sites forms the microenvironment for the catalysis of the substrate molecule. Two models have been proposed to account for the specificity and mode of enzyme action. The first one is Fisher's lock and key model, which is also called as the Fisher template model. This model was proposed by Emil Fischer in 1898. According to this model, the catalytic site is presumed to be pre-shaped to fit the substrate. The enzyme and substrate complex is being compared with the lock and key. So in this analogy, the lock is the enzyme, key is the substrate. The correct key fits into the correct hole of the lock and it opens the lock. If the key is smaller or larger, or if the teeth on the key are not positioned correctly, it cannot open the lock. The union of enzyme and substrate takes place at the active site more or less in a manner in which the key fits the lock. Enzyme-substrate union depends upon the reciprocal fit between the molecular structure of both the enzyme and the substrate, because of which this model is also called as concept of intermolecular fit. Enzyme-substrate complex is highly unstable and it immediately decomposes to produce the end products. The enzyme-substrate union results in the release of energy. This energy which is released activates the substrate molecule, due to which there is a deformation in the bonds of the substrate molecule, which leads to the formation of the product. The drawback of this model is the implied rigidity of the catalytic site, and the model cannot explain changes in enzyme structure in the presence of allosteric modulators. Allosteric modulators are group of substances which bind to the regulatory site of the enzyme and either activate the enzyme or inactivate the enzyme. The second theory or model which is put forth is called as a Koshland's induced fit model. Koshland's induced fit model is a modification of lock and key model. This model was proposed by Koshland in the year 1958. He presumed that the enzyme molecule does not retain its original shape and structure, but the contact of the substrate molecule induces some configurational changes in the active site of the enzyme molecule. Because of the configurational changes, the enzyme molecule fit completely into the active centers of the substrate molecule. The figure shows the different steps which are being involved in the induced fit theory. When the substrate molecules are far away from the enzyme molecule, the enzyme molecule does not retain its normal configuration at the active site. But when the substrate molecule reaches the enzyme molecule, the enzyme changes the shape as substrate molecule binds, due to which there is a formation of enzyme substrate complex. The enzyme substrate complex leads to the formation of an enzyme product complex. Enzyme product complex is highly unstable, due to which the products are released from the enzyme. The important feature of this model is the flexibility of the active site of the enzyme. Let us learn the mechanism of enzyme action. Arrhenius pointed out that majority of the molecules in a given population have average kinetic energy, while some of the molecules have higher or lower than average kinetic energy. These molecules are called as energy-rich molecules or energy-poor molecules respectively. In an ordinary chemical reaction at normal temperature, only energy-rich molecule will take part in the reaction, due to which the reaction will go at a very slow pace. The energy above the average that is required for a reaction to take place or enhanced is called the activation energy. The rate of reaction can be enhanced in two ways. First, by increasing the temperature. Increase in temperature increases the thermal agitation between both the rich and the energy poor molecules, due to which there is increase in the activation energy and the rate of reaction is enhanced. The second way is by the addition of the enzymes. The enzyme action can take place even at normal temperature. The enzymes do not increase the kinetic energy, but they combine with both the energy-rich and energy-poor molecules, due to which the activation energy lowers down, the rate of reaction is accelerated, and there is a formation of an intermediate complex. This complex, which is formed, reacts and releases the product and the enzyme. Almost all the molecules participate in this reaction, due to which the rate of the reaction is enhanced. Let us learn the measurement of the activation of energy. The measurement of activation of energy is learned or studied in different reactions with the enzyme and the without enzyme. It is being found that without the enzyme, the measurement of activation energy required to carry out the reaction is large. Whereas with the enzyme, the activation energy required is lesser. For example, the hydrogen peroxide is broken down into water and oxygen. Without the enzyme, the activation energy which is required for this process is around 18,000 calories per mole. But if the enzyme is used, the activation energy lowers down. So, the hydrogen peroxide, if it is broken down into water and oxygen in the presence of enzyme catalase, only 5,500 calories per mole activation energy is required. Let us learn the enzyme kinetics. Leonor Michaelis and Maud Menton, while working on the hydrolysis of enzyme invertase which acts on the sucrose molecule, proposed a theory of enzyme action. It states that the substrate and enzyme form a loose complex, and at the end of the reaction, the complex breaks, releasing the enzyme and product. In simple form theory, it can be represented as enzyme plus substrate will give rise to enzyme substrate complex. This complex being unstable, it will produce the enzyme and the product. In an enzyme catalyzed reaction, when the enzyme concentration is kept constant and substrate concentration is increased, and if this is being plotted as substrate concentration on x-axis and the rate of reaction on y-axis, you will find the formation of a hyperbolic curve. In the beginning, there is a direct proportion between the substrate concentration and the rate of reaction. until the enzyme concentration becomes limiting and slowly a steady state is obtained. If you increase the concentration of the substrate, the rate of reaction will not increase because all the active sites of the enzymes are occupied by the substrate. The concentration of substrate to half saturate the enzyme, in other words, to cause half the maximal reaction rate, is called Michaelis constant or Michaelis-Menten constant. It is denoted as Km. The formula for this Michaelis constant is V is equal to Vmax into S upon Km plus S, where V is the velocity of rate of reaction, Vmax is the maximum velocity, S is the substrate concentration, and Km is the Michaelis constant. These are the references which are being used for the preparation of the module. Thank you.